All right, so you're back, which means that you've tried all the problems that you can for lesson 1. And you want to either check your answers or you want some help getting you through some ones that you didn't know how to do. So here's how this goes. I go super fast, okay? I'm just going to work them out in the time it takes me to usually work them out. I'll try to talk through a few things, but you definitely might want to skip ahead if you already know what's going to happen, or if you need to pause or rewind. You'll definitely need to make use of those buttons to make sure that you see how to do these problems. So like I said, without further ado, I'm just going to start at number 1 and cruise through these. Okay, so we're doing some PEMDAS here. So parentheses first, then the division, done. Okay, number 2 is 10 divided by 3 minus 1. So we've got 10 divided by 2, which is 5. So notice I did the parentheses first, then the division. Number 3, 15 minus 3 divided by 6. Hopefully these have not been too challenging. Okay, number 4, 5 minus 5 plus 5. So I'm just going to go in order left to right because addition and subtraction are equal in terms of PEMDAS. So that would be a 0 plus 5 is 5. Okay, so hopefully we are feeling all right. Okay, the next one, let's see, is number 5. Where are you? There we go. Number 5. Okay. Negative 5 on the outside of negative 2 minus 2. Okay. So if you messed this up, maybe you forgot about the distributive property, but work on the inside first. So I've got a negative 5 on the outside, and then I've got negative 2 minus 2 is the same as plus negative, right? So this is a negative 4. This is the same deal I was talking about where I said you could put the numbers in parentheses, and that would mean multiplication. So there's almost like an invisible parentheses around both of these. So it's just multiplication. Okay? Number 6, negative 3 squared minus 2. Okay, well, negative 3 times negative 3 is 9 minus 2 is 7. Number 7, okay, negative 3 minus the absolute value of negative 6 minus negative 5. Wow, I've never seen so many negatives. Okay, so now what do? Okay, I'm going to treat the absolute value bars just like parentheses, okay? So in terms of parenthesis, all right, there we go. In terms of PEMDAS, you do need to do this first, okay? So the absolute value of negative 6 means the distance that this is from 0. So I'm going to recopy the rest of this stuff. And this right here is a distance of 6 away. Now I don't like a double negative. Minus a negative is the same thing as plus a positive. And now I'm going to work left to right because everything is either add or subtract. So negative 3 minus 6 is negative 9 plus 5, negative 4. I wonder how many got that right. That's kind of tricky. Number 8, negative 2 minus 2 times 2 divided by negative 4. Okay, well, let's do the parentheses first. Negative 2 minus, this would be a 4 divided by negative 4, okay? Don't do this first, that's subtraction. Do your division first. So these two go together. So negative 2 minus, what is 4 divided by negative 4? Well, it's a negative 1. And then we have negative 2 plus positive 1, which is a negative 1. So there's number 8. All right, let's erase. I got to erase a little bit here because I'm running out of room. La 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 la. Isn't this fun watching me erase? Don't you wish you could erase that fast? Ha 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 ha. All right. Now what? Okay, so that was number, what number were you? Let's go to blue for funsies. Okay, that was number 8. So number 9. Whee. Okay, negative 2 minus 5 minus 2 squared. Okay, so we need to do the exponent first. So negative 2 minus 5 minus 4, and then just go left to right. Negative 2 minus 5 is negative 7. Negative 7 minus 4 is negative 11. Lots of practice with negatives and positives here, people, and if that is something that you are weak at, talk to me. Send me an email. Talk to me in tutorials. we might have to do some refresher rules on adding and subtracting negatives, positives. Some people are kind of rusty at that. Okay, let's do two sets of parentheses. We'll do those first. 17 minus 5 is 12. Recopy the division. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. And now when I divide those two, I get a negative 2. All right, number 11. 2 minus 4. What is this? Plus 5 minus 6. Oh, that's not even hard. Okay, just do the math left to right. 2 minus 4, negative 2, negative 2 plus 5, 3, 3 minus 6, negative 3. So just a lot of mental math on that one because there was nothing really tricky there. All right, now we have what appears to be a fraction. Do the top and the bottom separately, and then we'll talk about what does that fraction really mean, right? Negative 9 minus 1 is negative 10. And on the bottom, 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. Okay. Oh, what was that? So, well, hello, old math. Hello again, all of you, old math. Okay, so back to this one now. Remember, a fraction bar is the same thing as division. Okay, so if that is division, then we're just going to call it a 2 and be done with it. Okay, so what now? Number 13 and 14. Then we get to the fun ones. Okay, negative 5 times 3 plus 3 minus 1. So you're going to want to do these first, multiply first. So negative 15 plus 3 minus 1. And then that would be negative 12 minus 1. Negative 12 minus 1 is negative 13. Number 14, last but not least, we're going to do all of this that's in the parentheses first, okay? And remember, minus and negatives plus a positive, okay? Do all that in parentheses first, then multiply it by that negative 3. So we have 1 minus 3 is negative 2. That's right, okay, and then multiply those and get a positive 6. Okay, so if you've made it this far with no errors, you are awesome, and let's see if we can knock out these algebra type problems below. So we have been given some expressions, and with the expressions, we're supposed to plug in the values into the variables and solve those out, okay? So they shouldn't take too long. Let me erase this mumbo jumbo. And we'll switch colors again because I want to. Okay, so 15 is where we will begin. Okay, 15 is a squared over 6 minus c. And then it tells you that a is 6 and that c is 4. So that's how we're going to copy things in, and then we're just going to math this out. So do the exponent first, then the division, then the subtraction. So 6 squared is 36. 36 divided by 6 is 6. 6 minus 4 is 2. Number 16, n times n minus m squared, and we're going to plug in a negative 1 for m and a negative 5 for n. Remember what I told you, if you're plugging a negative into a spot, you may as well use parentheses, extra parentheses everywhere, just to keep from messing up. M is negative 1. Okay, so now it looks like this. So you need to do this. This was the set of parentheses from above, so we need to do everything in here first. I'm going to go ahead and square that first because exponents win. So negative 1 times negative 1 is a positive 1. So now I've got negative 5 minus 1, which is negative 6, and then that's times the negative 5 in the front. So positive 30. I hope you got that one right. That one was kind of tricky. Okay. Now we'll go on to, what is it, number 17? Hello. Sorry about the errors. I just got a brand new tablet and I'm still learning how to use it. So I'll have it figured out in a few days. Alright, number 17 is next. 6 minus m times q minus p. And then we have all these rules. Okay, so for m, it says to use a negative 2. For q, it says to use a negative 3. And for p, it says to use a -5. So if you want extra parentheses in here, you can around those negatives, that's fine. But we need to do parentheses first. So the big set of parentheses from above, that gets done first. -3 minus -5 plus positive. So this will all be a 2. There's a -2 on the outside and then a 6 minus in the front. So what do we do next? Well, multiply first. So -2 times +2 is -4. Recopy the mess in the front and all that becomes a 10. And last but not least, number 18, CB plus A plus A. And our C is -3. Our B is -3. Weird. Our A is -4. And our A is still -4. Okay, so this is how we're writing it out. So multiply first, you get a 9. And then plus -4 plus -4, well, that would be 9 minus 4 is 5. 5 minus 4 is 1. And that would be the answer to that one. So hopefully that worked out for you guys. We will make up some more fun ones in tutorials or talk about these interesting ones. And we'll talk more about absolute value if you come to the tutorial as well. All right, peace out.